Welcome back to the bee yard. This hive, if you saw some of my preparations earlier on in this video, this is the hive that we did that queen transplant on a couple weeks ago. Wanted to come out and check them, see how they were doing, see how population was, and see if it was time to add a second brood chamber. But I just think they don't have enough population yet to warrant putting on another second brood chamber at this point. We should have a marked queen in here somewhere, assuming she stayed and didn't get killed, if there was already one in there that I didn't know about. A lot of nice uncapped brood in here still, larvae. Alright, so here's our queen. Can you see her? Her butt's getting bigger. That's good. A lot of uncapped larvae. So maybe another week. If I'm gonna add a second one, I want to get it on. So I really wish population was a little higher here. We're looking at August 20th, 22nd, somewhere around there. Goldenrod's going to be coming. There's already some blooming on the edges of our pasture. Our neighbor's got 2.5 acres of goldenrod in his backyard. Food will not be a problem in the fall. I just want to make sure that I have enough bees that they can store enough food for winter. So I'm going to close them up for the day. And I'll reevaluate this again in a week and see how things are. I did invest in some more hardware. This hive, if you'll notice in some of my previous videos, didn't really have the top cover. It just had a piece of plywood. I now have a top cover. I also ran out of deeps, so I bought another deep from a gentleman, and 3 more supers from him. So the one we were just at, that's Hive 3. That's the one with the queen transplant. Ooh, forgot I left pollen patties in here. They are hungry for pollen. They are eating that up. Nice. Nice, nice. I wonder if I should give the Hive 3 a pollen patty. Help with their population. There's less and less pollen that I'm starting to see right now. We're in a little bit of a break in between that August time frame before the goldenrod comes. Wow, these bees definitely have food. That's a good 10-pound frame there. So, top box, nothing but food. Not full. Halfway full, halfway capped. Not a lot going on the sides over here. I do want to pull this top box and check and see what's going on the bottom, because there's no evidence of eggs, larvae, capped brood anywhere in the top. So I want to get down on the bottom and make sure this hive is good. Yeah, so there's some capped brood here along the bottom. And on this back side there's a few uncapped larvae, I think. This is much easier when it's daylight, when the sun's shining. It's cloudy this evening, about 72 degrees. Nice, nicer than it's been previously. Okay, yeah, lots of good capped brood there. All in here. A couple of them are uncapped. Some nice pollen stores over here. Alright, so yeah, I can see across this next frame it's half filled with capped brood. So I think this hive is doing good. I wish that top box was a little more full of food, but there's at least a few frames here that are packed with brood. So we're still got a lot of population yet to see so far this year. Yeah, oh, there's my queen. Nice. She has a nice booty on her too. I don't know how I've been finding them lately. Yeah, she looks good. Should be right about in the center of your frame there, unless oh, she's over there. So, plenty of brood. We found our queen. We know things are good here. I do not have to disturb them any further. I'm not even going to dig through these. Bee videos in general are kind of hard for me, really, sometimes to talk and communicate. It's like walking and chewing gum at the same time. It's hard sometimes for me. You're trying to be careful and you're trying to do everything right, and just like that. That wasn't going well. I stop, take my time. Don't roll all them bees. Bee space looks good. A little bit of bird comb can be cleaned up. When I was back at the bee barn, I actually did get a second super ready, just in case this hive was ready for one, but I really don't think they are. They're liking this pollen patty though, so we'll leave that in there. So this here is hive number 1. This is my strongest hive. I added a super on here a couple weeks ago with a queen excluder, and it looks like yeah, there's not a lot going on. I think maybe these middle frames, there's not even a lot of bees up here. Yeah, they got this side all drawn. They're just not putting anything in it yet. So for curiosity's sake, I do want to check this box. I want to check to see how much food is in there, even if I just check and see how heavy it is, just so I know how well this hive is set up to go into winter. They don't store anything at all here when goldenrod comes, yet we're still full with food down here. We'll be good. Yeah, I don't even have to pull this. This is packed. I can tell all the comb on every frame is a good quarter an inch wider than the actual frame. That one might not have as much, but all these, all the way down, super wide. Look at them, they're just lined up. So yeah, I don't want to get into a scenario where my population is at max. Every frame that could have food in it has food in it. And now my queen doesn't have anywhere to lay. Is what they call being honey bound. And it's not something I dealt with that last year in the spring with my hives. I caught it in time that I was able to do a split last year and I saved them. But I'm gonna throw the super back on without the queen excluder because I really need them to start moving some of this food up. At least I feel like I do. So I know some people, it's very a bipolar topic. When you go online and you start reading about queen excluders, there's people that say, I always use them. I've never had an issue with the bees crossing them to store food. Other people say, I never use them. I hate them. So I tried with queen excluder for about 2 or 3 weeks. Let's try without and see what happens. You guys see that sunset back there tonight? Beautiful. Hive 1, one in the middle. 2 deeps and a super. They're doing well. A lot of bees, a lot of food, overpopulated. I removed my queen excluder tonight, put the super back on. We're gonna see if they start transferring some of that food up into that top story for us. So hive number 2, way down on the end down there. That was part of my nuke split earlier this year. They are doing well, but they are not well enough that they need a super at this point. The top brood chamber had a couple frames that were missing some food. Population wise, I did go into the bottom, into the brood nest on that one, and there's probably 6 or 7 frames just completely packed with brood. I did find my queen. She was nice, really nice and long. And the last one down here on the end, that's hive number 3. That was the one that, if you caught my last beekeeping video, where I took that queen from that cardboard box way in the back there, and I transferred her into there. She's still there. I found her. She's still marked. There's some brood in there and a lot of uncapped larvae. Population is not as good as I had hoped that it would be at this point in time. I wish that they were a little bit stronger. But I'm going to reevaluate them again in about a week and see what's going on. I do have a second brood chamber ready to put on that one when they get to that point. We got goldenrod starting here very soon. So there's going to be a lot more food and a lot more pollen coming in to get things ready for winter. Bees are starting to buzz me. I can't stand to wear this suit anymore. It's hot. I'm going to head in for the night. It's about 8 o'clock, 8:15. I'll leave you guys with the sunset, and we'll see you on the next video.